Thank you so much. I always have to say God is good. All the time. So I had to slip out of cabinet, which is next door, and made sure I took time out to come and pay my respects to Junior Byles. I first would like to acknowledge the clergy, Father Mario Burton and Reverend Stephen McMorris, and to acknowledge Deborah Hickling Gordon, opposition spokesperson. Not going to say shadow this morning, Deborah, on culture and the creative industries. And to all my colleagues who are here this morning from the industry, and to Junior Byles' family, particularly his sister. Now, in the rich and dynamic story of Jamaican music, there are certain names that represent more than just talent. Those names represent turning points, movements, and the very shaping of a national sound. Junior Byles is one such name. Born Kenneth Thaddeus William Byles Jr. on February the 2nd, 1948, right here in Kingston, at the Jubilee, Victoria Jubilee Hospital to be exact, where most of us Kingstonians were born, right? He was a product of the city, but would become a voice for the nation. His contributions helped to carve out the unique space that reggae music occupies today, both locally and internationally. With a voice that carried power and vulnerability in equal measure, and lyrics that spoke directly to the social, spiritual, and political climate of the times. That was Junior Byles. Like many of his peers, Junior's artistry was deeply rooted in his Rastafari beliefs. He used music to challenge systems of oppression, to uplift the masses, and to give a platform to the voices often left unheard. In so doing, he became part of a generation of artists whose work laid the cornerstone for Jamaica's globally respected music legacy. Junior's musical journey began with the formation of the Versatiles in 1967, alongside Louis Davis and Dudley Earl. They worked with influential producers like Joe Gibbs and Lee Scratch Perry. Interestingly, as Minister with responsibility for the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, I would suggest you move. I'll come to the back. Matthew, you want to take me to the back? I'm looking at this place. Thank you. So, as the minister responsible for the JCDC and the Jamaica Festival Song Competition, I find this segment of Junior Byles' life story to be quite interesting. It was during an audition for the Jamaica Festival Song Competition with a song called The Time Has Come that Scratch Perry first noticed the group. That moment of recognition speaks volumes about the value of cultural platforms like the Festival Song Competition and how critical they are to nurturing talent and shaping the future of our creative industries. And I would just like to pause for a moment to even underscore the importance of the Festival Song Competition, because the same way it started that relationship between Lee Scratch Perry and Junior Byles, it also assisted Joe Gibbs, who had entered a song in the competition. It was not selected. He took it to Peter Tosh and said, record this, Peter. And that song today has turned out to be one of Peter Tosh's huge hits. Stepping Razor. So we must always recognize the platforms that are created for us because they do play an important role. In fact, if I did not find the song listed in the registry at the JCDC, occasions like these are not for the faint at heart, right? All right, I think it's past now. God is good? All the time? So, Junior Byles emerged in the 70s as a compelling solo artist. Tracks like Curly Locks, Beat Down Babylon, and Fade Away were more than hits. They became anthems of consciousness and cultural identity. Junior's solo career like you said, Big Stone. Alright, I think we're kind of second. So as we continue to chart the path forward for Jamaican music, we do so on ground made firm by the work of visionaries like Junior Byles. His artistry reminds us of the importance of the power of the voice in being authentic, in being fearless, and being purposeful. Junior's legacy encourages us to protect, preserve, and promote the values of consciousness, community, and creativity that define our cultural identity. So today we come together with full hearts to remember and to give thanks for the life of a man whose music did more than just entertain. One of Jamaica's great roots reggae artists. His powerful voice, his thought-provoking lyrics made his music stand out, and his death has left a huge void in the industry. Kenneth Jr. Byles, singer, songwriter, storyteller, but more than anything else, he was honest. And that honesty became the gift he gave to Jamaica and to the world. He was raised in a deeply religious home, and his earliest days were filled with spirit and soul. He sang in his church choir, humble beginnings. Yes, but beginnings that would lay the foundation for a voice unlike any other. A voice that didn't just carry melody. It carried pain. It carried joy. It carried the full weight of a man who had seen struggle and still believed in better. It was a modest beginning, yes, but even then you could hear it, that special something, Junior's gift for melody. The aching, emotional pull in his voice, the way he sang like he meant it. In 1973, Trojan Records released Beat Down Babylon, a collection of his early work with Scratch Perry, a moment in music history that captured the soul of a man and the spirit of a nation. And when Perry opened his legendary Black Art Studio, Junior was right there with him. So they recorded Curly Locks, which became Junior's signature hit in the UK, and continued to create songs that fans still hold dear to this day. As the years passed, Junior's voice became one of the most recognizable and most revered in roots reggae. He worked with legendary producers like Joe Gibbs, Jojo Hokim, Niney, The Observer, and Pete Weston. He released the tracks you all know and you love: Fade Away, Chant Down Babylon, Weeping, and Jordan. Timeless songs, classics, so much so that there's been a renewed interest in his music during the past 25 years due to regular playing of these songs. So Junior's contribution helped to make reggae music the potent force that it has become in the world. In recording some of roots reggae's greatest songs, he rubbed shoulders with some of music's brightest and best throughout the years, from the 1960s when he entered the business. Despite his immense talent, he was humble, he was kind, he was loving, he was a peaceful person, a gentle soul, and it's so sad that he apparently developed mental health challenges in his later years. I want to, as I close, to express sincere condolences to Junior's family, his relatives, his friends and colleagues, and to the music fraternity. We say goodbye to a man who, in his quiet but powerful way, gave the world a voice that will echo for generations. His voice lives on every record he made. His spirit lives on in every person who heard one of his songs and felt, seen, or heard, or just a little more understood. So, as I close in saluting Junior Byles, we must honor a cornerstone of our musical heritage, a man who helped to build the very stage on which so many of us now stand. Let us carry his spirit forward, not with sadness, but with pride, with respect, and a renewed commitment to the power of Jamaican music. To quote the words of one of his immortal tracks, "He who seeks of only vanity and no love for humanity shall fade away, fade away." Rest well, Junior. You will never, ever fade away. God bless you. God bless you.